How you doing? You're doing quite well.
We are here to discuss the Declaration of Independence. How do you feel about that?
I heard about the creation of the Declaration from trade ships that were passing by Britain. I would like to say that I feel like it is a betrayal to the country, and it is extremely disrespectful to the Great Britain and King George that you decide to follow.
Well, me personally, I respect my rights, and I would never want to be taxed for anything without representation. I would not accept no tea taxes in my land.
That is true. As stated in the Declaration of Independence, if you have truly heard of it, to be self-evident, and that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights, which basically means that all people have certain rights, which your country is evicting of us.
You have been sent on a mission to the United States to gather resources and to teach Christianity to the local population. I believe that Great Britain should be able to tax you or put any laws on you as you are on a job, and you should be able to complete your mission without difficulties.
But our job's very essence is that it involves God's work, and God's work speaks strictly against what your country is doing to our country. Our country is not your country. We are on a totally different part of the continent. We are not you.
Among the first people to have been recordedly landed.
Additionally, a lot of our top owners and top plantation owners, they are all British or very narrowly of British descent. So really, it is your people that are causing a lot of the mistreatment that is occurring in our country.
Where do you think those people came from? Who do you think you are? You're part British too.
I am not very part British. I and my family have been living in this country for hundreds of years. My ancestry stretches as far back as the Mayflower. So, as Jamestown itself. So if you're saying that I'm British, then I can say that you are basically Danish. Well, isn't it true that a lot of English royals originate from Denmark?
Matter of fact, why don't we get off the subject? We're not talking about your ancestry anymore. We're talking about the fundamentals and beliefs of your twisted and crooked writing, such as the Declaration of Independence.
That is very bold of you to say, because you were the ones that pretty much instated slavery and caused a lot of deaths that occurred in our country to this day.
It's incredibly rich. You want to talk about instating slavery. It's incredibly ironic how though you speak of not enjoying slavery, freedom for all your people,
Doing God's work?
Doing God's work, I don't think the time to read you. Trash. Despite the fact that you speak of this, George Washington owned one of the largest slave plantations in the West. So you're doing that.
Well, I would like to counter-argument with the fact that recently the British, they really own a lot of slaves. And the information is all there. You go to Britain, I bet you'll see 5 plantations for every neighborhood.
Yeah, like I've heard that more than 3 million slaves have been transported by Britain across the Atlantic Ocean over the past 140 years. So, my opinion, you guys are just as liable in the slave trade. Or, my opinion, you guys are just as liable in the slave trade. Or probably even a lot more liable than us Americans.
As a rebuttal and not counter argument, what you have said previously, regarding slavery. We have taken measures to free the slaves of which you have oppressed and put in chains, to free them to fight for their liberty and to be free as soldiers and as citizens under the king and rule of the great, powerful King George.
We know you just bribed them all. See, our soldiers, they don't fight for the pay, they don't fight for the rewards. They fight for
the
freedom. Freedom.
Oh, you poor soul. We don't see how that was.
Alright, we would like to end this conversation here. It was nice talking to
Cretans.
You dirty Brits.
Oh, you like that beans and